Elijah drove 45 miles to his job in an hour and 10 minutes in the morning. On the way home, however, traffic was much heavier, and the same trip took an hour and a half. What was his average speed in miles per hour for the round trip? So first, let's determine just how far Elijah went. It was 45 miles to his job, and then he had to drive 45 miles back home. So he drove that 45 miles twice, or 90 miles. Speed is calculated by dividing your distance by your time. So we've got his total distance. Now we need to find his total time. It says it took him an hour and 10 minutes to get to his job. So 1 hour and 10 minutes is a total of 60 minutes plus 10 minutes, 70 minutes. Then on the way home, it took him an hour and a half. So 1 hour, 30 minutes. Again, an hour, 60 minutes plus 30 minutes means a total of 90 minutes. And I'm converting the time into minutes just because it makes those units easier to work with. When you've got hours and minutes together, it's easier just to bring them all into minutes, put them all in that same unit of minutes. So 70 plus 90 is 160 minutes for his total travel time. So again, to calculate his speed, we need to divide his total distance by his total time. So 90 miles divided by 160 minutes. Well, the first thing I could do to simplify this is I could cancel a 0. So now it's just 9 divided by 16, which will be a lot easier to work with. So I have 9 divided by 16. 16 doesn't go into 9 at all. That's 0, which means I'm going to need to add a decimal and a 0. 16 goes into 90 5 times. So 16 times 5. 5 times 6 is 30. Carry the 3. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 3 is 8. So that's 80. We subtract and we get 10. So we need to add another 0 and bring it down. So 16 goes into 100 6 times. Since it went into 16 times 5 was 80, then one more time would be 96. And then we subtract and we get 4. Add another 0, bring it down. 16 goes into 40 2 times. 16 times 2 is 32. So we subtract and we get 8. Add another 0, bring it down. And 16 goes into 80 5 times. 16 times 5 is 80. We subtract and get 0. So that means that his speed in miles per minute would be 0.5625. But they didn't ask us for his speed in miles per minute. They asked us for his average speed in miles per hour. So now I have to convert this speed into miles per hour by multiplying it by 60, since there are 60 minutes in 1 hour. So if he travels this speed every minute, then we multiply by 60 to find the speed in miles per hour. So first start with your 0 placeholder. 6 times 5 is 30, so that's 0, carry the 3. 6 times 2 is 12, plus 3 is 15. 6 times put that in the wrong place. Oops. 6 times 6 is 36. Plus 1 is 7. Carry the 3. 6 times 5 is 30. Plus 3 is 33. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers behind the decimal. So your answer should have 4 numbers behind the decimal. So it's 33 and 75/100 miles per hour, which is the same as 33 and 3/4 miles per hour, since 3/4 and 75/100 are equal.